This is a basement production.
Welcome back to the Threshold Podcast. It's Noah.
My name is Chase.
Today we're going to be doing some regrouping. We haven't recorded in a little bit. We've gotten a little rusty.
Just a tad.
We're back with a vengeance, baby.
When did we released the last episode when you were in town? Huh?
Yeah.
That was like a month ago? More than a month ago.
And we recorded that one like a month before that.
Yeah, it's been a process.
Yeah. But you know, life comes and goes, and we're still here.
Yeah.
We're never gonna stop.
And to be frank, we keep saying that we're gonna get back in the swing of things, like doing once a week podcast, and we say that every time, but this time, well, I don't know this time if it's for sure, but I know we have excuses as to why we hadn't done that already. For me
This
anyway,
time we mean it.
yeah. For me anyway, I'm in college, as most know, and it's almost May. I'm coming up on finals, so I've been really focusing on just trying to get through this year with a bang. Trying not to flunk.
Yeah, and I've been going through some stuff, some interesting experiences. Might touch on that later, maybe not. Might leave some suspense. But yeah, we're here now, and that's what matters.
That's what matters. We're bringing back the entertainment. That's and the intricacies of our lives. So.
Oh yes. I don't want to talk about our lives. Let's talk about Johnny Depp.
Bro. My man, if y'all don't know what's going on with Johnny Depp right now, bro, you're living under a rock. It's like the biggest thing being talked about right now, and holy shit, dude! Personally, I love Johnny Depp. I think his acting skills are fucking insane. And has he won an Oscar?
I don't know. I don't follow that shit.
I don't follow that shit either. But if he hasn't, he should. Because I know they did the same shit to Leo DiCaprio, where he should have won an Oscar for tons of his movies. And I think he I still don't know if he got one. I think he did.
He finally did it with that movie where he ate a bear.
Oh yeah, fucking it starts with an R. I don't remember what it's called. I saw it. I've seen it. Yeah. It's a good movie. But yeah, Johnny Depp, man. I mean, that man is like, he can turn any situation. If y'all have been keeping up with the court videos, which I'm assuming you have as well, he turns any situation into just a fucking joke. Like,
yes, you're very good at reading those documents.
Bro, did I read that correctly? Yes. Did I read that correctly? Yes.
And I think it's like poetic justice, because what's her face?
Heard.
Fucking Amber Heard.
Heard, yeah.
She tried ruining his reputation by showing how manipulative and abusive he was, and then now the exact thing is happening to her that she tried to do to him.
Absolutely, it's justice. Yeah, it's fucking karma, man. Karma.
Yeah.
Karma bites.
That shit comes back around.
It always comes back around, bro. Fucking always. And she deserves it. Like, I keep seeing videos, or like, I'm not watching the things live. I see snippets as they come up on my recommended page on YouTube. And most of the time I look at the like humorous ones because, they're more enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
But I always see the lawyers. I mean, her lawyers are just fucking like really trying. Like, I've seen videos where they're like he was like, oh, well, we're not trying to waste time in our court, like, he keeps calling hearsay like over and over because Johnny Depp keeps wasting time, and then every chance they get, they're sitting there scrambling for evidence that they fucking don't have.
Fucking 5 minutes to find evidence.
Yeah, and meanwhile Johnny Depp's just sitting here fucking doodling, like showing his lawyer like sketches that he's doing in fucking court.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
dude, that man is amazing. And they keep trying to find things that they don't have against him. Like, they keep trying to turn the whole situation where she cut his finger off against him, saying that he did it, and they keep trying to, and it's obvious, and you're not really allowed to do it in court, but somehow they're letting her lawyers get away with it, where they're obviously trying to get him to what is it called? Incriminate himself by saying that he did it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's a thing you can do in court. I mean, I assume it might be, but even if it's not true, because I know they do it in like interrogation rooms, where regardless if you actually did it or not, they're really just trying to get a confession out of you one way or another.
Yeah.
The justice system is fucked, man. Like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, oh man, that poor man. I couldn't go through all that and just keep a calm face about it, you know?
I think he's coming out the other side now.
Yeah. I don't know how far along they are in the trial. Like,
They're fucking 3 weeks in. It shouldn't be going on this long.
no. I'm hoping that it comes to a close soon, and they just recognize that Amber Heard is just a fucking bitch.
There's no better word for it.
Like, and you know, I knew who she was, but when I saw all this happening, I didn't really follow it at first, and then I got more and more into it just because I really like Johnny Depp, and I didn't actually know they were in a relationship, so I started doing my latent research on their relationship, and I knew who she was, but I was like, what is her relevancy in the world, you know? Like,
yeah.
as to compare to Johnny Depp. So I started looking her up, and I couldn't find any. Like, she's in a bunch of movies, none of which I've seen, none of which I'm assuming are actually popular. I've
never even heard of her until this shit started happening.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard of her, but I didn't know she was in a relationship with Johnny Depp, and I didn't know that she was actually relevant. Like, let me see. I think there might have been one or two. Amber Heard.
As Chase is pulling that up, I'd like to remind the audience that Basement Productions is sponsored by Views. Enjoy your Alto. Enjoy 5% menthol flavors. You forgot it at your house? Don't worry. It's only $5. Very cheap. Very nice. Good hits. Good vape. Alto.
I got charged $20 for this thing.
It's only $20.
I think they went up, or I got fucked. I think they charged me for the 4-pack of pods. But I didn't recognize it. I just paid for it and dipped because I had to go to work. And then I recognized it in my car. I was like, that was a little much. But she's in Zombieland. She's I think she's the awkward. What's the main character's name? Not.
I don't remember, bro. I just remember watching that at Tony's house.
Bro. She's in Aquaman. I'm assuming it's the girlfriend. She's the girlfriend of the main character in Zombieland, which nobody really liked. She's in Justice League. Pineapple Express. I've never seen that movie. I've always wanted to.
Oh, that's a good movie.
I've heard. Yeah, I mean, and then other than that, she's in nothing, basically. Magic Mike. She's in Magic Mike. I don't know. A bunch of old movies. She's an old actress, basically. I think her relevancy has died.
Well,
recently.
It certainly has now.
Oh, yeah. What do they do to people that do that? Like, if she doesn't come out on top, like say Johnny wins, right?
Yeah. Do
they sue her, or do they give her a sentence? Like, do they give her another trial for, like, doing all?
She'll just owe him a shit ton of money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figured that.
And there could be a criminal case if, like, some abuse thing comes up, but I don't think that's very likely.
Yeah, I don't think he would press charges anyway.
Right.
I think he would just be done with it once it's over. Like,
yeah, that's all he wanted in the first place anyway.
Was it to just be over?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then she started fucking saying that he abused her, so he fought back.
Rightfully so. I
Yeah.
mean, fuck, man. Who does that to somebody? Like, if there's a hell, it's people like that that burn in it. You know, just
Yeah.
take the time out of their day for however long, and just try attempt to act legitimately fuck somebody over. Like, if she were to win, he'd go to jail for nothing, and she knows it. It's 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 disgusting, honestly.
So, outside of Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, let's talk about the state of our lives.
Absolutely. Cut my fan down
So,
once.
okay. So I've been in an interesting place. I uh I guess I'll just go dive into this. I was building like this whole new identity, right? Because how I was doing well at work, volunteering, doing school, like I created this perception around me that I'm like, the guy that does everything right. And that's the identity that I started like associating myself with.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't go into depth, but I got in trouble. I got in pretty big trouble. So I'm coming out of that state of mind because that's not me anymore. I can't even be that anymore. So I'm kind of figuring out what the hell my life is. And it's interesting. It's interesting. Trying to stay motivated towards the same values, but not having the same things that are motivating them.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in like kind of a bad place. Not like feeling like shit, but not taking care of my shit the way I'm supposed to. Kind of wasting my time, not really creating anything of value. I mean, you've seen the hiatus with this podcast.
Yeah.
So my idea is going back to the basics. And I have this little whiteboard where I organize my life. Like I have my general rules, like don't masturbate, don't watch too much YouTube, that I just write on there and kind of make myself look at that so I keep it in my head. I erased everything on there and I wrote my new fundamental rules that I'm just going to have to ingrain these in my mind and then I'll move forward. So I think this is at the core of it. This is like the most important one in my head right now is it is always better to create something than to consume something. Like,
Yeah, you'll have to elaborate for
okay,
sure.
I will gain more from recording, editing, and uploading this podcast than I would from listening to one episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. I'll gain more from practicing on guitar for 30 minutes than listening to music for 30 minutes. And in the act of creating instead of consuming, I'm actually making myself have more value because I'm getting better at things. Like, the more we do this podcast, the better speakers we are. The better we are at navigating awkward silences. The better we are at creating ideas like that. Better we are at just conversational flow, not interrupting each other and all that shit. So that's one skill, just conversation. And then video editing, and then the dedication to go the extra mile and like put some cool effects in there and shit, which we might see on this episode. You definitely saw in the last one too.
Not the last
So,
one. One before that.
the last one.
What's the last
The
one?
one with Ethan.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm tripping.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. Uh that's my first idea. What do you think of that, Chase?
I totally agree. But I was just thinking while you were like saying all that, like I definitely do think that like to be better at creating and to make creating more of an influence over you, uh over what consuming, you it definitely requires consuming first, at least.
Yeah, yeah. At least as a foundation.
Yeah. Because I mean, you can go to it to like the bare bones, like playing. Oh my god, playing guitar, right? You can, like I said, you can go down to like the real bare bones. You're never gonna pick up a guitar if you never listen to music with guitar,
Right.
right?
Right.
But you can also, up it, like it's cool to practice guitar like on its own, but you might be chilling listening to a song and you're like, holy shit, that's a rad fucking riff right there. And then you sit there and practice that riff from that song. Boom, you know that song and you know how to do a riff. You can build off that riff. It's just kind of, I think it kind of goes hand in hand. I definitely do like your idea of doing the creating more than consuming,
Yeah.
for sure. Like obviously sitting down and just watching hours of Joe Rogan is not going to make me and you better podcasters.
Right.
But
Right.
and
That being said, I've learned some conversational skills from Joe Rogan.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like me sitting down and listening to brand new for hours. I'm not just gonna like pick up a guitar one day and be like, bro, check this out. Like just start playing every brand new song.
Right.
Uh.
Yeah. And in the same exact vein, if you go to the gym without ever learning how to work out, you're gonna be a fucking moron.
Yeah. So you need to consume somewhat.
Just enough.
Just enough. Yeah. Because if you let the consumption pass the creating, like especially for the gym thing, you're literally just, I think, especially for the gym thing, if you're just sitting back and consuming, like maybe not even, it can start out as knowledge, like how to work out better, like better form and all that, but then it'll eventually inevitably make its way to a form of like envy, like of other people like doing something more correctly, and then they look bigger and you're like, holy shit. It can start out as I want to be like that, but then if you are just, if you're not ever putting in the effort to be like that and you're just consuming more than you are creating, you're just going to sit back and be like, why can't I get like that? And then it's going to eventually turn
exact
into
mentality of get better or get bitter.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's just going to inevitably turn into I can't get like that. And all that effort that you had, regardless of how much creation you had, because you had more consumption, shits on itself.
Yeah. And so let's take consume to its very fundamental. If you consume enough food, you're healthy. If you consume too much food, you get obese.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so there's obviously what you derive from that is that there's a perfect middle ground where you consume enough in order to create sufficiently.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. That was cool. Thanks for clarifying that thought. That definitely
I was just building
added some depth to it.
Yeah, I was just building my thought process off of it. I genuinely like that concept, and I feel like there are a lot of people that take that into action without actually recognizing what they're doing. They're not thinking of it like we are. They just know, if I don't want to be fat, I need to exercise more than I'm eating, or I need to eat less. It's just, you're not thinking, in the philosophical. I don't know.
I guess philosophical.
Yeah, in the philosophical term of it. But in a broader spectrum, that's what that is. It's a equal distribution, at least an equal distribution of creating and consumption. It's highly recommended that you have more of a creation than a consumption.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to approach it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So my second rule, or guideline, or general principle, whatever you want to say, and we've talked about this on the podcast before, the environment you create is the mindset you have, right? Like my dad always told me growing up that if you organize your environment, you organize your mind. And I agree. Because let's say in your room you have a bunch of clothes on the floor, you have, your fucking phones wherever, you just put it somewhere, your shit's everywhere, it's not really organized, then you're kind of just fumbling around, trying to find things, doing whatever the fuck. If you have an organized environment, you go to the place where the thing is, do the thing that the thing is for, and then move on. And so everything's structured, and because of that, everything makes more sense. Because you're not in a state of vague confusion all the time.
Yeah. Holy shit. Yeah. Have we talked about this before? Or do you just continue
Similar
to
concept.
blow my mind every time you fucking bring it up?
Because, like, the last time we talked about this idea, it was like, are you going to live the lifestyle of a winner or of a loser?
Oh, yeah.
And so, like an extension of that, what I'm basically saying from the last thing is, like, clean your room and keep it clean. And the extension of that is, like, have people in your life that will give you the things that you want for your life. Like, there might be some people who are more fun than anyone to hang out with, right? You guys always get fucked up and have a good time. It's always an adventure. But at the end of the day, you always feel worse after you hang out with them. And they send your life in a downward direction instead of an upward one.
Yeah.
And then the people you might consider boring might provide you things that make you enjoy your life more overall. So you have to think about what comes with the person.
I think it's kind of like those corny ass, like, maybe not videos, just like stories of like the popular kid in high school, grows up to be a fucking bum, and then the nerd grows up to be the millionaire. That kind of shit. The person you didn't originally want to be around is now fucking hot shit, and then the guy who always made it real enjoyable to be around is living in a ditch,
Right.
And if you stick by their side, you'll be in that ditch with them. I'm not saying, not necessarily.
Yeah, that's a generalization.
Yeah, it's
but it is a good example.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of like Dar man.
Dar man.
That's the first thing I can think of. Fucking Dar man. Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Jock makes fun of nerd, walks in on him fucking his girlfriend.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Darman is probably the corniest way to elaborate on a actual good thing to follow.
Right. I think it's a good thing it exists.
Yeah.
Because it's not hurting anyone. But I think sometimes it's fucking stupid. But I mean, like, imagine a kid that like when he watches YouTube, he's only allowed to watch Starman.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
He'll be made fun of, but he'll have that underlying confidence that he knows he's gonna be fucking rich.
I don't know. Maybe he'll follow the consumption more than the fucking creation.
Oh,
bro.
shit.
He's just like, he's fucking middle aged. He lives in a normal middle aged fucking suburb neighborhood. He's like, yeah, I've been watching Darman since I was 11, man. I don't let nobody get under my skin.
Has a little neck beard going on and shit.
I mean, he hasn't really improved his peak, but I mean, I guess he's doing better than some of the kids in Darman videos. So that cuts out.
Yeah,
for
that's what he compares himself to.
him. I'm not a bully like the guy in Darman videos, so I'm a nice guy. I got a family, 2 kids.
Don't they get like a shit ton of views too?
Oh yeah, no, those. I'm pretty sure those kids are like rich. Yeah. Kudos to them.
Okay. So my next idea, I think this is the third. I'm trying to remember without looking back at my whiteboard. Okay. Think of the person. Ooh, look at that sexy hair.
What the fuck? Ah!
Think of the person
like a bug on my neck. I'm sorry.
that you would ideally want to be, right? Like the person that you imagine yourself capable of being. And then think, what would that person do with their time? And then do that. And when you do that, based on the other 2 principles, you'll become more like that person.
Say the beginning of that again. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw, but I fucking like had like a weird feeling right here, and I jerked my head too fast. And my headset flew
I
off.
saw that. I saw that. So, think of the person that your ideal self would be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think of the things that you have, the way you live your life, and then strive to embody that. So, like, if your ideal self practices guitar for an hour and a half a day, start practicing guitar for an hour and a half a day the way your ideal self would do it.
Yeah, I remember. I do remember seeing that on the picture you sent me.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the hardest for some people, though.
Yeah.
Because it's
but
like...
I think what matters there, though, is the image.
Yeah.
If you have the idea in your head of what you're working towards, then your decisions become easier to make. Because you always make the decision that's closer to your ideal self.
Yeah. No, for sure. Absolutely. I just think, like, for the average person at least, like, I feel like there's just I feel like people get distracted too easily. Like, even if they have that ideal person, it's... I don't know. I feel like that's why the excuse of, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll start tomorrow. It's kind of like a lot of people when they start going to the gym. They go for so long, and then they're like, oh, I'll take a break day. I'll go. I'll take a rest day. Yeah, and then they never go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until like 2 months later, you hit the gym for a couple days. And you're like, oh, we'll keep going.
Yeah. And while that is like it's obviously the like right direction to go for, looking for that ideal image of yourself, I feel like most people just can't handle it. Like they think that they can, and they want to. I can see people, like, I've been in that position before. You look for a goal and you genuinely want to achieve it, and then just before you know it, a couple weeks still down the line, in a way, I mean, you kind of forget about it, and then it'll just click, kind of like you said. You're like, whoa, like 2 months later, you're going back to the gym, Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck happened? But knowing damn well what the fuck happened,
Right.
You just quit.
And that's where the next one comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Always have at least one thing that you're just always trying to get better at.
Okay.
And so for me right now, that's guitar. Mm-hmm. And also the engine at work, but that's kind of a lesser thing because I'm forced to do that one.
Yeah.
But like, if you have that in your mind that like, I only touch my guitar to get better at it, and I'm going to touch it fucking regularly. That's vague, but it works.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can show. It kind of proves to yourself that you can get better at something. you can improve yourself. And
Oh yeah.
and like that's kind of where all these ideas start morphing into one real concept of self-improvement, of building that momentum which makes your life better, which makes you enjoy everything more.
Mm-hmm.
And so the last one, when you know you're wasting time, you are doing nothing but hurting yourself. You're going backwards. You're unimproving. I think like a week spent doing nothing but watching YouTube and eating like shit undoes like 2 weeks of positive momentum.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You relate back to the gym.
Yeah.
Work out for 3 weeks. Spend 3 days eating just cake. You're fucked.
Yeah.
All that shit you
Yeah.
did. Nothing.
All your gains and motivation are gone.
Gone. Yeah. I think it definitely has to do with, well, not necessarily has to do with what you're doing, because you can implement that with anything. But like, say like the difference. Oh my god, why? Is there like a ringing? Like with the gym, right? The hardest thing for people is to find that first bit of progress, right?
Right.
But once you see that first bit of progress, most people, when they see that first bit of progress, they don't stop going to the gym. Like when
you
they
have
notice,
to make it over that hump though.
Yeah,
That's the difficult part.
and yeah, once people see that, they're like, it works, they're like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep going. And then there's things I think people get too like other things. I feel like people get too comfortable not realizing that they can get better at something. Like say with guitar, right?
Yeah.
I've been working on my guitar recently. Probably not as much as you have, but I do try to get on it way more than I used to, for sure. Like when I lived at my old house, I never touched it. And now I touch it fairly regularly. And I can admit that there was a time where I got to a point in guitar where obviously I wasn't beginning, because I got past that hump, but I got to a point where it was like, oh, I'm picking it up as if it's as easy as riding a bike, right? Like I can pick it up and play right where I left off. But if I just sit there and pick up and play right where I left off, every time I pick it up,
you're not getting better.
You're not getting better. Right?
Exactly.
So, like, oh yeah, no, I still got it. Ding, 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 ding. You put it down, come back to it a week or so later. Oh, yep, still got it. You're never actually.
Yeah.
So I think, and I can admit that I've done that. People get too comfortable.
Oh, I have too. I have too,
up,
for sure.
Yeah, just riding the bike.
Yeah. I think like that mentality is why I never learned how to wheelie.
Yeah, because you're using it for its fundamental, like, reason, I guess.
Yeah.
You've learned how to ride the bike.
Once you have that muscle memory,
yeah,
it's like, oh, I still have the muscle memory.
Yeah.
I'm chilling.
Yeah. Like it's kind of like that'd be cool to learn, like a wheelie, but it's like, is it necessary? You start thinking like that,
I think that's why it's so important to follow that rule, to just focus on getting better at least one thing.
Absolutely.
Because like with the gains at the gym, you don't know it until you see it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you just work and work and work at getting better at something, you'll be amazed at how good you get.
Oh yeah. And I don't know. I mean, and most people, they start seeing strength increases at the gym way before they see body progress.
Yeah.
But, most people, that's not enough. They'll keep going until they actually see body progress. And then some people, they just get stuck there, and then sometimes that eventually leads to quitting. I don't know.
Yeah. And especially if you like, if you expect too much from the start, you can kind of adopt this bullshit mentality of like, uh, I just can't put on muscle, bro. I don't get it. It's just not for me. And
Mhm.
it's the same thing. You get better or you get bitter.
I definitely think for some things, it is definitely necessary, like to break up one major goal that you have for something and break it into individual goals.
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah.
especially for the gym. Like, yeah, you're not gonna see your body progress for let's give it 2 months, right? For whatever you're trying to do, bulk, fucking lean yourself, lose weight. I don't know, but I mean, from going from scratch zero, not going to the gym at all, to just going to the gym, you can break it up, knowing that that goal is gonna take a while, like your original goal. You can break it up into, all right, so like if you're trying to lose weight, right? All right,
Yeah.
you're running on the treadmill. Start out. It's kind of like how I did on the treadmill, right? You start
Right,
out
right.
one time, half a mile.
Okay, I'm gonna give context here. This guy has asthma, vapes fucking prolifically, as you've seen for the last 30 minutes, and doesn't run. We got him in the gym on the treadmill for a week. This guy cut down his mile time by fucking 5 minutes
Something like that.
after a week of running.
I went from 12:30 to like 7 flat,
Yeah.
and and our main goal when we were doing that was just go to the gym. You know, like, oh, we're trying to make body progress. But then on the side, it was kind of like, hey man, we finished our workout. Let's hit the treadmill. You know, like
Yeah.
practice running. It's like, all right, today let's do a half mile, right? And we do that half mile, and then the next day when we go in, we do another half mile, and that half mile becomes easier, and it was noticeably uh, a smaller goal that was being fulfilled day by day until I miraculously ran a 7 mile, which I can't do now. I mean,
But now you know you
but
can
now
get there
now
in
I
a
know
week.
I can, yeah. I can, but I can't. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess.
You can, but you won't.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's not a big goal of mine right now. Like
Right, it's not your priority.
Yeah, it's not a priority of mine. I'm just gonna wake up one day and be like, "Fuck it! I'm gonna learn how to run a 5:30 mile." Like,
Right.
but yeah, like I was saying, you break those into smaller goals. Like, you know, if your goal is to go to the gym and make body progress, try going in there and running these more and more longer miles, faster miles. You know, you'll be amazed by if you're trying to lose weight, you run that half mile. It probably didn't do much to you, but after 2-3 weeks, you can easily run a fucking 6:30 mile, and you do it like twice in your workout. Run a 6:30 before, finish your workout, run it after. Bro, that weight is gonna plummet
Yeah.
if you're eating good.
Hey, I gotta plug this fucking guy. The Mighty Dell on YouTube. This guy is a fucking animal. So this guy was 650 pounds, right? And now he's down in the low middle 500s. And he started off just literally walking because that was hard for him. And then he started doing modified sit-ups on his bed, wall push-ups, and now he's biking regularly. And so watching his channel, he's just recording his weight loss journey, and it's fucking crazy because he's taking it one step at a time. And seeing the fact that like you know, sometimes he'll have a bad month where he only loses like 2 pounds, then he'll just fucking get after it.
Lose 15.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's I watch every single one of the videos he puts out because he's just so driven on doing as much as he can in a safe way to lose weight.
That's insane. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. The Mighty Dell. Look him up. It's the coolest shit.
David Goggins. Look him
David
up.
Goggins. He lost 120 pounds in 3 months
God.
just so he could become a SEAL. Just so he could face his fear of the water. Because that's why he couldn't be a PJ in the Air Force.
Jeez. My man. People
He's a
can do
beast.
miraculous things. It's just people think they have a limit.
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
People don't have a limit. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's that corny ass shit that you were taught as from a kid. You can do anything you put your mind to. You fucking can.
You can.
You fucking can. People can do, if you were one direction, just fucking full go, like full speed, just fucking, you're gonna demolish it. But you
Yeah.
have to stay on that track, man. Like,
Yeah, and motivation is such a lacking thing.
yeah.
Because, I mean, we can so easily look. I'm gonna pull up YouTube right now.
Okay.
And now I'm watching video.
Of Mr. Krabs. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
See, and it's so easy to just like, just like that. You can, and so much more comfortable, so much nicer than, putting on your clothes, going to the gym, wondering, oh, they're gonna think I'm weak, and you're just not improving yourself because you chose the path of comfort instead of the path of happiness.
Dude. I think I don't know. There's a lot of quotes about shit like that. I hear a lot of them, like getting out of your comfort zone to full force it. I mean, fucking
Yeah.
Tyler Perry said something about it. Fucking Steve.
Tyler Perry.
Fucking. Oh my God, what is his name? Steve Harvey. Man, that man talks a lot about like getting out of your comfort zone. Just fucking full send it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And because they're living
And-
proof. People like that are living proof. Like, and
Right, right. When someone's wildly successful, it takes that exiting of the comfort zone and doing what scares you in order to get there.
mm-hmm. Absolutely. Fucking, oh man. People just gotta do it, man. Gotta commit. And and I know you're probably gonna. I'm not thinking that it's easier said than done, because I know you can just fucking do it. But I know that a lot of people do think, oh, it's easier said than done. But you just gotta. That's part saying that is part of the comfort. Oh, it's
Yeah.
easier said than done. Well,
That phrase is like a blanket
yeah.
because it means, oh, I don't have to do that.
It's easier said than done. Like, and I know I especially I used to say that a lot.
Yeah, I would crack on you all the time for it too.
I know. Like, no, it's not. If you just do it.
No, but I need to take that advice because there are some things that I just think, oh, I don't feel like it. It'd be easier not to.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've been trying to learn how to do cold approaches with girls because I think that's just a good skill to have. But I haven't been doing it because I have that social anxiety still. And I tell myself like, I don't feel like it. I'll do it another time, but it's really just a fear of being rejected at the end of the day. And so the more I make that mental justification, the more the anxiety grows, the farther I get away from just doing it. And I was like right here at the start. All I had to do was just break through. Now I've created this big fucking border I have to dig through just to gain the fucking, motivation to do it.
And that's one of those things where once you do break through, I mean, you're through.
Yeah.
Once you get
Yeah.
rejected the first time, or the first few times, you keep getting rejected. You're just,
Yeah, it hurts less every time.
yeah. And some people, they'll think of it like, oh, I'll just never get accepted. But no, if you just,
Yeah.
you don't want to think of it like that. Like, if you keep getting
You
rejected,
start like building your brain around it too. Like, oh, that's not me. That's not the way I operate. I don't
Yeah.
do that.
yeah.
No, you're just a pussy. You're a pussy with like 10 layers of armor on.
It's easier said than done. Oh man. And then you got the people like I don't know, I don't really what did you say it was? Cold
Approach.
cold approach girls. Mostly cuz I don't really like it's not that I don't know. Now it sounds like I'm coming up with excuses. I'm not really like looking for it like as much as you are, I guess. Like I'm just I don't really that's not a priority. That's not really a priority for me to practice. Like I've been rejected. I have cold approached girls and been rejected, and I know what it feels like, and I've also been accepted. I mean, you just kind of and now it's just to the point where like I'll go iffy on it. Like if someone's like, "Hey, bro, go talk to that girl over there." It's not that no, I don't. It's like or some days I'll have the bro. Shut the fuck, bro! I got this, bro. And then you never, you never end up doing it, or you do end up doing it. I mean, I don't know, but if you, I know there was a time where I never would have ended up doing it until I fucking do it, you know?
Yeah.
I think I literally like not the first time because I had the times where like no man I don't want to, but like the first time I got rejected was I fucking got shoved into it, like literally just.
Yeah,
like,
dude. I think that's like the key. That's like the big thing is you're never just going to be motivated.
Yeah.
You have to do something, and then motivation comes with that, so you can do more. So the key here is doing things when you're not motivated to do them, because that's when the motivation comes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like conquering a fear, you know?
Yeah.
It's like if you have a fear of
First time diving.
Yeah, I thought that's exactly what I was thinking. Some people they'll just close their eyes. They might sit there and think about it for a while. They might overthink it. Some people never end up doing it, but some people they'll just.
I'm one of those people, by the way.
Never
I belly flopped my first time, and I just never tried again.
I mean, but just even like that attempt to just go down though. Like some people, they're just like, fuck it. They inevitably do, or they not inevitably. They eventually do it. It might take a while, but they do it. Some people, they never do it, but they just have that one person. All they need is that one person behind them. Go.
Yeah.
And then once they do it, they're like, that wasn't that bad. And then they do it again on their own. Boom, 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 back to back.
And that kind of brings up the value of having a wingman.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like if you have a homie that pushes you to do the things you're scared of, I mean, that's like a fucking cheat code.
Yeah.
Now you're at least twice as good as you were going to be without that person.
Absolutely. I mean, you just like that time, the time that I just got shoved into being rejected. I think I was at the bar. I don't know. It's probably way before. It might have been in high school. I don't remember. I just know that some shit like that happened, and I know from then, like I thought of it like less of me getting rejected and just kind of more of like a lesson, I guess. Like I never would have.
It's actually a growing experience.
Yeah, I never would have had it unless I got shoved. But now that I did get shoved and I had that experience, now I'll just go do it myself. I don't need the shove. You know, if I get rejected,
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just learn. You live and you learn. You know what I mean? And you figure out ways to do things easier. And I mean, you're gonna, even if you keep getting rejected and rejected and rejected or whatever, you know, so on and so on, you're gonna learn something every time. Like, what did you do wrong? You know,
And you'll get better.
You'll get better. You know, if you walk up to her and you're like, I want to fuck, and you get rejected, next girl.
Yeah, now you know, okay, not so hard. Don't save that for at least later in the conversation.
Or they'll think of it different. Some people take longer. Like, instead of just clicking, like, maybe I shouldn't say that, they'll be like, okay, maybe I said it too aggressively. They just walk up. I want to fuck.
Hey, I want to fuck.
We get rejected again. Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe maybe my posture was low. You know. Some
Yeah.
people it might
and
take
then
more
maybe
tries.
they'll like perfect saying, "Hey, I want to fuck," to the point where they approach the right girl one day.
She's
They're
like,
like,
okay.
"Hey, I want to fuck," and then she just literally drips on the spot.
That's not always a good thing though. Yeah, you might find that one girl that's like, yeah, but then after that, you're gonna think, oh my god, I can do it to anyone, and you can't. So
the key here is have some self-awareness. Too.
yes, you can't. Learn, but learn
Learn correctly.
learn with common sense. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, learn correctly. Don't. You might have that
man.
one good experience with something, but that does not mean it's the good thing to do in the long run. Like, bro, trust me, it worked one time, bro. I promise you it'll work, bro. Just go up to her and say, just be direct. Women want to know what you want. They don't want to be led on. And it's those guys who go home alone. Besides that one time where the girl just, shit, drips. I wonder if this thing works. It's a fucking shock preventer, to prevent it from, you know.
Okay.
I guess we'll hear in the recording if it worked.
I heard it.
Did you? Fuck!
Yeah.
Oh well. False advertisement, bro. Fucking
Bullshit.
bullshit.
I like the brand name on there. Looks like
Road.
we're sponsored.
Yeah. I mean, they're just sponsoring themselves, I guess.
This episode of The Threshold is sponsored by Rode. If you want the highest quality pop filter for that crisp sound without any sharp T's, P's, or S's, get Rode.
Crisp sound. Road.
Yes.
Roadhouse.
All right.
This is not sponsored by Rode. Or
So,
Views.
or views. No, I want a view sponsorship. If we get to the point where Views offers us a sponsorship, I'm going to take it. And it'll be so
Hell yeah.
fucking shameless, bro. Like,
We're just sitting there, so...
I won't even tell the audience we're sponsored. I'm gonna
Just
sell the
keep-
fuck out.
Just keep... No,
I'm just gonna be like,
just do the whole podcast.
my Views Alto.
So today's topic of the Threshold podcast is we're going to be talking about our life, and we're gonna talk about goals and maybe making money the easy way. If you want to learn how to make money, just what the fuck is he doing? Damn, that looks good. Every once in a while, you just make money hold on. Make money the easy. Damn, that felt really good. My head is just, dude.
Views Altos always make me feel good.
Bro, you know what it is about Views Altos? They don't have any flavor. If you get the 5% menthol pods, there's not really any flavor, but they're just, it really hits you on the spot. You know what I mean?
In my life, I have a lot of stress. And my favorite thing to do when I come home is to hit my Views Alto. Just take a long pull.
Just relax.
Dude, I feel so good. Thank you, Views, for your Alto.
Imagine doing all that and then just establishing that you're not sponsored by Views.
We're not.
One day. If we do get sponsored,
I really
by
hope
Views,
that comes true.
we're gonna do exactly that.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Let's go to the news corner. Let's see what's going on there.
The
Hello,
what?
Chase. The news corner, or the news corner now.
Hello, Noah.
So, lately there's been a terrifying situation in Ukraine.
Oh.
We've seen We've seen many atrocities committed by the Russian government. A lot of disinformation on both sides. You have the left wing creating this, uh, you know, Russia is using chemical weapons bullshit, kind of glorifying the Ukrainians in a way that isn't true. And then you have the right wing glorifying the Russians for some reason, saying it's only self-defense, they know what they're doing. So you have a lot of lies on both sides, and people end up falling into one of these sides. But the way I see it, we're just chimps declaring war because we're tribal creatures. What do you have to say about that, sir?
Um, I actually haven't been recently keeping up with the Ukrainian-Russian war going on. I like after its, peak of people talking about it, I just kind of fell off from it. I didn't even know they were using chemical warfare.
I don't think they are.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh, so
I don't know.
you were saying that like as a joke, or like do you think that are people actually saying that they are?
People are saying they are. There's a lot of lies. Like they're saying Russia wants to use nukes and shit. They're just blowing it up on both sides. And people live in this echo chamber and they're like, bro, liberal media's lying, bro. They're tricking you.
Fucking muscle man.
And then there's this side that's like, I just think that Russia needs to stop bullying Ukraine and stop torturing innocent people for no reason. They're just being mean. That's all it is.
I love how you just established the left wing as the squeaky voiced pussy. Just, what? While wearing a
That's the way I
Sublime
perceive
shirt.
them. And that's the way I perceive the right too. It's muscle man.
Bro, Russia's gonna start some shit, bro, but I can't get the fucking lid off the pickle jar, bro.
You know who else defies peace treaties?
Russia. Jesus Christ. What the fuck are we doing?
I feel bad for my neighbors.
I don't have... Well, I do have neighbors. They never hear me.
That's solid.
Yeah, I mean, the Russian-Ukraine thing, I guess it'd be wrong to say that I'm over it, because then it would just sound like that I was feeding into it just to...
It was the fad.
It was the media.
Hey, look.
But
Have you seen the single file row of Russian tanks?
no.
It is a miles-long highway of single file Russian tanks. Now, have you heard of a plane called the A-10?
No. No.
This is a
No.
plane which exists to destroy tanks. What it does is it shoots a machine gun like, right? One single A-10 would destroy every single one of those fucking tanks. That's all I want to see.
Bro.
I just want to see one fucking Polish A-10 pilot go AWOL and destroy that entire
I was
file
gonna say it
of
can't be a
Russian tanks.
Ukraine.
Yeah.
Bro,
Jesus
that would
fucking
be sick.
Christ. That's
Imagine
been my
getting
wet
that,
dream lately.
getting that on video, bro. Just like just a line of smoke and explosions.
God, that's all I want to
You
see.
see tanks in the very back, just kind of starting to back away. They still like. Oh man.
We have this old retiree in our shop, right? And I told him that all I want to see is one A10 just destroy that file. And he's like, "That's exactly what I was thinking about last week."
Jesus Christ. Last week. Specifically last week.
God.
I know the
Yeah.
Kiev what was he, the Kiev Ghost?
He doesn't exist.
Really?
Yeah, that was propaganda.
Was it? Because I know that I
Yeah.
know they posted something recently about how he got shot down.
Oh yeah, there's no ghost of Kiev.
Yeah, Ghost of Kiev. Really?
Yeah,
Man, it's so
I
easy
mean,
to just be like phased to believe something. I thought it was real, but I mean, I wasn't really doing my research. I was just like, oh, that's cool. You know?
there might be a guy that they call the ghost of Kiev,
Yeah.
but he definitely didn't shoot down that many planes. It's just like,
I think it said
because
50 something.
the left wants Ukraine to be the crazy strong underdog that's whooping Russia's ass, and the right just wants the left to be wrong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's just horseshit on both angles here, and I think that's what's happening with all this, pretty much all the worldwide events recently. Is it's just everything is being distorted on both sides, so you can't really get the truth.
Yeah. That's just the world right now, man.
Yeah.
Let's just pick a side, any side.
Right.
I mean, fuck. Treat it like a fucking baseball game. What team are you rooting for?
And now we're going to the weather.
Oh yeah, news channel. Well, Paul, we got about 75 mile per hour windstorms coming in about due east, and there's a likelihood of a tornado coming up from the south. It's probably gonna hit Calhoun in about 45 minutes, and
So the weather in Alamogordo, it's a nice breeze today. It's roughly 75 degrees outside. Very nice for going outside and playing. Make sure to wear sunscreen because the UV heat index is very high today. If you are a sailor, the Gulf of Mexico is looking very clear. Low tide right now in Destin, Florida. Back to you, Chase.
thank you, Paul. That's how I hear most of
I think the news show just popped off.
We should start a news channel, bro.
Alright, that was a fun experiment. Now, I want to give you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's not going to be PC. You're not going to like it. Would you rather be morbidly obese or mentally retarded?
Morbidly obese. You can fix
Why?
that.
Okay. I think you would be happier if you were mentally retarded, though.
Yeah, but you would be happier in the bliss of ignorance of you being mentally retarded.
Yeah.
Like, of course, of course, people that I'm trying to not to say this in a wrong way. Of course, people
Retards.
yes, of course, people that are mentally retarded are happy because they're unaware that they are mentally retarded. They're just living life at what they perceive as normal. And though it may be different than ours. So I guess if I were mentally retarded, I wouldn't know I was mentally retarded and I would actually be happier. So, but I don't know. I'd rather be obese.
Yeah, I think that's a good take because you can fix the obesity and you'd feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine overcoming morbid obesity. I mean, you're a god at that point. You know?
Yeah.
At least I'd like
That's
to think
why you
so.
should watch The Mighty Dell on YouTube.
Mighty Dell.
Dave Goggins.
David Goggins. Yeah, yep.
Views Alto.
Views Alto. And the Weather Channel.
Weather Channel. Weather's here to stay too. You're gonna hate it, but we're gonna do the weather every time.
And every time it comes to me, I'm never going to be able to think of something off the top of my head. So 90% of my speech is just going to be, but that's okay. Obama did it, so I can do it.
Nice. All right. And we'll leave the podcast there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. We had an absolute blast this time.
We will try to have this up soon.
Soon. Exactly a week after the previous one.
Yes, hopefully.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you for joining in if you're sticking around. And I know we posted about it like on our snaps before we actually started this, but I guess if you're not watching, then there's nothing we can really do to change to make you watch. But if you are watching, what is a change that you would like to see?
Yes, anything. Anything.
I mean, if
there's something that would make you enjoy the podcast more, just let us know.
Yeah. Whether it be visually appealing things, maybe you think our audio is shit. I don't know. You know, just a topic. I don't know. Whatever you want to hear, let us know.
Yeah.
We are more...
Thank you, pimps and chimps.
Pimp chicken. Pimp chimp. Wow. He's pimp chimping. I don't remember what he says. Never mind. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Bye.